So today is a workout that I've been like building to for the past like 4 or 5 weeks. So it's gonna start with 8.5 kilometers at threshold pace of run. So this is a big chunk of run up front at a pretty fast pace. I'm gonna hope to hold 3:14s, 3:15s. Last week I did a 7K and then a 3K holding about that pace. So I'm just gonna do a little bit less volume, but one big dense set. Gonna rest 2 to 3 minutes and then go into a 30-minute EMOM where I'm alternating between 5-minute EMOMs. 0 to 3 minutes is gonna be 50 cals on the Echo Bike into 15 cal ski, which should be like fine. And then 10 burpee box jump overs. The second for minutes 5 to 10 are gonna be 800-meter run. Then 4 to 5 is going to be 15 cal row and then 100 farmers. And then after that 30-minute mark, I'm gonna go right into 100 wall balls. This is a monster of a workout that I have built up to. So I'm hoping just to keep a really good, strong, steady effort, hit those paces up front, and then just like hurt toward the end. And these are the number one for pre-workout meals, man. Like, so easy to digest, and you can take it almost right before a workout. But I have these if I'm like pinched on time, if I've kind of screwed up where my schedule is. But try to save them. Definitely bring them on race day. Lean on that for these late ass races that are I need to have these easy carbohydrates, and it's like satiating too. So it makes me feel like I'm actually eating something, which is nice. Where sometimes like the powder is just like not enough. A pre-nutrition routine going into these sessions. In the morning, I keep it almost exactly how it would be every single day. Breakfast is the same. I have like a mid-meal, it's about the same. And I'm planning on working out around like 2 p.m. On these real big days, I have certain things that I want to get in, a little bit of carbohydrates in. So I want to be done eating maybe like 90 minutes beforehand. That's something that I can replicate from my training days. Like this is my serious training days that I want to make directly into my race days. So if I can nail down that process, like I know going into the race that if the timing matches up, it will work and that I won't have any type of like gut issues, and I know exactly what I can and can't eat. So we're about doing this sequence that's like neural endural. It's this dude who lives in Boulder. His name's Lawrence Van Linken. He has some really good YouTube content. My wife's gone to see him to fix some of her issues, but it's a lot of just like opening up, doing some like upper neck and then some like diaphragm breathing pieces. I just found like it really helps. It really does help my breathing. Like if I can be open and breathing well, like going into a quality session, it just feels like the possibilities are endless on that workout. That a lot of times is like the limiter for me, like moving my eyeballs around, moving my neck around, following in and out. Like so this is really, really low impact stuff, but the value I get from it, it's something that I just like can't miss because I can feel it as soon as I'm done that it's gonna be good to go. You put like your knuckles in your mouth. So this is like a strange one. Yeah, so when I do, I just feel like all this like crunchy and weirdness happening back there. Just opens up my jaw. Like so there's a lot of like jaw clenching and unclenching in here and kind of relaxing your jaw area. Yeah, this is the stuff I would have like just never have done years ago. I just think it's just like weird out there. I've done so much stuff that is just beyond like typical fitness concepts that have just worked. And I don't know if it's because if I believe it's gonna work, or if there's actually something that's happening, but doing things like this is just like little pieces that I've stacked along the way. It's been years and years of training and learning this type of stuff. So it works for me. Same routine every time. And it's a lot of just like, this is like the second part of it. Usually I do it in the evenings and it helps me sleep better. But yeah, it's same thing every time. So I know exactly what to do and how I'm gonna feel. What is most predictable, like how I'm gonna feel coming out of it. So it's like just, there's so much incentive to do it because I know it's just like, if I do this like 8-step sequence, I'm gonna be like feeling better. So I have to do it. If I can do it every day, that's great. But if I do it every third day, I still get the same results. So with big days like this, I wanna make sure that I'm doing that type of work so that I can come into it and like feel like I've done everything I can to execute the workout as best as possible. Little pre-workout, excited for that. So the only day all week I take pre-workout, BPM flight. I'm excited just thinking about it. I don't really need this. These are the Hoka Cielo X1 V2, I think is what they're called. They're second generation of these guys. I've trained in these often. They're like the Hoka Marathon shoe. I think they'd be okay in HYROX. I heard that they don't grip the concrete very well, but they're awesome for training. The fit is just like on point and the underfoot feels amazing. Like for training, these are as good as it gets for me. But for HYROX, I'm not sure. For us now. So my warm-up routine is gonna take about 45 minutes. It has grown, especially as I've gotten older, but I think it's not necessarily because of age. I think it's just because of like maturity and knowing what I need to do to prep myself to be able to hit this workout as hard as possible. So I did just make a video on the warm-up that I do exactly and how to put it into place for your HYROX performance. And it has like 4 different steps, and I make sure to hit that during my quality sessions at least. So I get it twice per week. And this is actually really helpful as well for the race day. So I know, like, again, if I do these steps, I can predictably know that I'm going to feel this way on race day. And if I practice it over and over, it just becomes more predictable, it becomes systematic. So I make sure to do it and build in that time up front. So I mean, it does certainly add time to the workout, but it's worth it. Time to get started. This is like a long interval. Just like wrapping my head around is like how long I'm just gonna be like, but pace should be fine, but the interval is just long. Being able to kind of put these bigger chunks, especially of the running pieces up front, just really helps me get dialed into like that like kind of threshold feeling that we do get in a HYROX. And this is going to allow me to do it at a faster pace. If I'm like bouncing back and forth doing 800 to whatever 1200 at a time, my pace ends up being slower. The feeling ends up being the same, but this is going to help me train myself to like be running in better positions for a longer duration. So ideally, as I'm feeling fatigued toward the back of the race at Worlds, like I'll be able to hold these positions really well. I don't need to run 3:14s, but if I can run 3:22s, 3:23s, and then like feel good and comfortable about it, that's the real idea. So I'm running this pace. I should be at an anaerobic threshold within 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm gonna get a major chunk of just like steady threshold pace for 25 minutes or so of this workout. So, and then just building an incredible amount of fatigue going into those back stations, still being able to operate pretty well is something I found a lot of success with. And I guess we're just gonna see how those wall balls go. Just get tired for those wall balls. It's the name of HYROX. Get tired for wall balls.
Yeah. Ooh, let's go. Wait. Hold up, Q. Yeah, feel like I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down at the rafters. I had to sun these boys, can't leave them bastards. A lot of dudes, just some undercover actors. I don't fall for it, I'm privy to all your tactics. Yeah, so try again, this time take a vitamin. Yeah, invite them in, welcome to the Lion's Den. And I'm Mufasa, big ass in charge of.
All right, we got real gnarly there. That's like 2K, 2.5K, but that's progress, something I haven't done before. Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna see about these calories. I'm gonna get at least 3 minutes. That gets me to 50. I mean, that might be a stretch, but.
I know they all wish I take away they made it, but sorry I'm taking me and my lady mating. She look me in the eyes and tell me how much she loving all my confidence. Yeah, it really shouldn't be no arguments, cause you're now viewing the greatest of all time, saying I can't get better. I promise they all lying on my confidence. Yeah, that's right. Look, I think it's time you start using your common sense. Everybody watch out, cause the bomb is lit. I got that confidence, that's right. Confidence, yeah, confidence. That's me, hold up, yeah. I'm sorry if I stutter, yeah. My brain move a little faster than others, yeah. I even keep a close eye on my brothers, cause sometimes it's your blood that turn into blood suckers, yeah. And I'm on a big mission. My whole team got a plate up in the kitchen, yeah. I'm talking everything.
These type of workouts, they stick with me for weeks. Like I will feel good knowing that I accomplished this one workout. I'll be like, man, I just ran like 8.5K at 3:15. So like coming through 5K at like 16:10 and continuing to go is just like a crazy confidence booster, right? Like that is something that I don't know how many times in my running career I would be able to do a workout like that. My ability to put out high output is like really high right now. I honestly don't know if it could have gone better. Wall balls could have definitely gone better, but everything up until that point was like as good as possible. And it really comes down to the prep. It comes back to like the day before, the hours before, like the physical prep, the mental prep. Like I was geared up and dialed for this workout. I was thinking about this workout for several days, several weeks. Like 2 nights ago, I was sitting in bed thinking about this workout, seeing like what I could potentially do here. It's exciting, and giving myself every chance possible to do it well is just like part of the process that I just absolutely love. We are 4 weeks to the day when I'm gonna race at Worlds in Chicago. So this was definitely a key workout. I can't go too crazy with volume on these next like 3 weeks. I probably have room for one more big workout. Then around that, it's gonna be like filing in some intensity, making sure my stations are sharp, making sure my ability to put out high output is there, and making sure I just don't overdo it. At this point, like that's really the most dangerous thing for me in HYROX training is the overtraining. And after a workout like this, I need to be careful. I need to reflect. I need to listen to my body, and I can't just like be like, okay, next week I need to do more. That's not necessarily how it works for me at this point. So I'm kind of at a tipping point with the training where it can go either direction. So I need to be smart. I need to err on the side of caution because my fitness is so good right now. And the only thing that will stop me is if I make a poor decision with like training load, and that would be doing too much. So I'm gonna take it day by day, see how I recover, see how my recovery metrics are moving along, and just kind of building from that. So I guess we'll see in these next couple weeks, but I'll keep you posted. I'll talk to you soon.